Really bad news for Chud. It looks like more gay lovers have came forward to expose him. But before we get to that, let's get to some updates that we missed since our last video. Chud got appointed a public defender, but to our luck, the public defender just so happened to be a superpower attorney with his own superpower law firm who just do public defender work as some type of civic duty and volunteering. So Chud got assigned literally the best attorney in the state of Tennessee to be his public defender. Black people, we can't catch a break, homie.
Yo, it don't even surprise me at all because I seen somewhere like that even the people that was trying to put with bail money, he had high-powered people even trying to pay the 1.2.5 million bail. So it don't surprise me that he got a good lawyer because when we see these type of situations happen, we see people step up to donate money or whatever that's needed at the time to help these type of people get out of these type of situations. So I honestly can't say I'm surprised no more than I can say that you're surprised.
Yeah, I'm definitely not surprised. I mean, as soon as he got locked up was as soon as they started raising the money. And they got the money in no time. It was like half a day they got the bread. But good thing the judge told him that, we're not using that. Yeah, we're not using that.
Yeah, he needed 100,000 and I'm coming out with 200,000. So it lets you know that there's a lot of support out here for him.
Facts.
We can't catch a break. This racist finally got arrested and he gets the best attorney money has to offer. Only thing is our tax money that's paying for his attorney. So the man got the best attorney possible off of our dime. Listen, yo, you can't make this up, man.
That's how it go.
This boy good. He's good.
Yep.
But it looks like the public has been putting a lot of pressure on this attorney, right, calling him out for taking his case. And they responded back, and they released a public statement responding back to the backlash of people calling their firm racist for defending Chud. They write, general release to the public and press. Attorneys have very strict guidelines on what we're allowed to say to the press when cases are pending, so I can't share much about the case, but I would like to take this opportunity to address some of the hateful phone calls. Y'all been tearing their office up, man. Y'all been calling the receptionist, letting the receptionist know she's a racist B, they a racist B, y'all the rocker racist B. Y'all been tearing them folks up, right? Hateful phone calls and emails my office has been receiving since I've been appointed to be Mr. Etherly's attorney. My entire firm is being called racist. I am disappointed given my history and dedication to my clients, which includes people of all skin colors. Our individual rights as secured by our constitutions have endured relentless attacks from our government throughout the years. It is the defense bar who holds that line. It seems that now that some of the people who we have so fervently defended now turn against one of its defenders because we are not afraid to stand up and represent someone who is unpopular.
This is beyond someone just being unpopular. It's like, when you take certain cases, you know what comes with it. When you took this case, you knew exactly what came with it, was going to come with it because you seen the backlash you was getting before you even picked up the case. And don't say, we picked up this case and now people that we served of different skin colors are turning their back on us. It's because, yes, you could have did X, Y, and Z for X, Y, and Z, but time they see something like this, all you did is now non and void because of the move that you made right here, and that's just what happened. This moves cancel all the other moves that came before it.
Yeah, man, at this point, it's guilty by association.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
And let's not play dumb. At the same time, you picked up this whole case because it was a high-profile case.
Exactly.
So you put yourself in the hot seat, and now because you getting backlash or whatever from the community, now all of a sudden it's like, we racist, and you shocked. How you shocked? You know this was going to come with the pie. You know what I mean?
And now you're playing victim.
Yeah.
It's crazy. See why they lawyers.
Be called racist is an awful thing for me. I was raised to do the right thing, even if it isn't popular. Now, okay, technically, can we say this, that everybody deserve, I guess, some representation in court? They are, I guess, innocent until proven guilty. But in this situation, bruh, we are dealing with one of the most deplorable human beings the world has ever seen. This is like the attorney for Adolf Hitler coming out and saying, hey, why y'all giving me backlash? I'm only defending somebody who murdered 6 million Jewish people, right? I'm only murdering the most violent human being that ever lived. Now, have Chud reached Adolf Hitler status? I don't know.
I don't
know.
Yo, right?
Right. I'll let y'all make that call, but he's close.
He's close.
He goes, my grandfather taught school and coached basketball during the height of racial integration in our country. He allowed his best athletes to play regardless of skin color. Oh my God. Yo, granddaddy coach high school, but yo, granddaddy coach like black athletes.
Next thing I'm gonna say, one of my better friends is black. Like I feel like one of my best friends is black. I feel like that line is coming up real quick.
I got one of those.
What does this have to do? Yo, what's the price of tea in China? And because of his choices, was referred to as the N-word coach. I am proud of him for having the courage to do the right thing, even to the detriment of his social status. I am just as proud of his actions in that regard as I am his military service in the Korean War. My father is an attorney, largely driven to do so through my grandfather, his father. He also instilled in me a sense of justice that is unshakable. He has consistently stood for those who couldn't stand up for themselves. He spent a significant portion of his career litigating against insurance companies. I carry on that proud tradition, but rather than fighting the corporate mobsters who hold so much power and influence over our lives and laws, I have elected to fight and defend our liberties from government overreach. Wow. I have zealously represented clients from all walks of life, religions, and ethnic. Now, he is basing this, right? So his defense is something that I've heard from like other people in online, primarily racist. And that's, the government is overcharging Chud. This ain't right, bro. I'm here to tell y'all this, okay? I don't feel bad not one bit for Chud. If Chud somehow beats this case, which I doubt, which I strongly doubt, I wouldn't give a damn. I would just be happy that he got to spend a couple months in jail. That's what I'll be happy about, okay? That he gets...
And that's what it be right there, bro, because at the end of the day, a lot of people may feel some type of way about, they talking about his Fifth Amendment and all that, but you're going physically and putting yourself in these situations.
Yes.
You're going out of your way to go do these things. It's not like you're just randomly popping up and this is happening.
Yes.
You're going out of your way to provoke these people.
Yes.
And then, I don't know if you saw the one clip, he went up to the strip club or wherever club he was at, went and approached the black bouncer or whatever it was, like try to provoke him, you know what I'm saying, but made sure he did him just enough that he didn't come at him, you know what I'm saying. Then he goes and walks like a couple feet and starts calling him the N-word. And then the white chick came up to him like, why don't you go back there and say that to them? He's like, nah, I'm over that. Like, and get real, and then he back out, you know. So, again, be careful what you do because, you know, karma real.
Yeah, everybody just want him to learn from this situation because we all make mistakes. Hindsight's always 20/20. We might not see the error in our ways. And I'm pretty sure when you go through a situation like this, where you're taken from your family, or you say he wants to spend more time with his family, it just seems like if he do come out, he probably will do things differently not to end up in this situation.
Yeah, make you think.
Yeah, facts.
To pain and suffer like he tried to instill suffering on black people. So they go, I have zealously represented clients from all walks of life, colors, religion, affiliations. I will continue to do so. Representing a Baptist doesn't make me a Baptist. Representing a Crip doesn't make me a Crip. And representing a racist doesn't make me a racist. So you just confirming he's a racist then. Anyone who assumes any one of my staff or I are racist because I am tasked to represent someone whose opinions and actions are controversial is simply ridiculous. I came to represent Mr. Etherly after the public defender of our district filed a motion to withdraw. In this motion, it was alleged that the private bar, of which I am a member, lacked the fortitude to represent Mr. Etherly due to his unpopularity. I decided to prove him wrong. The role of a criminal defense attorney is to represent people regardless of their race. Wait, hold on. I didn't know this. So the public defender office filed a motion to withdraw?
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
Now, in this motion, it was alleged that the private bar, of which I am a member, lacked the fortitude to represent Mr. Etherly due to his unpopularity.
That's crazy.
Gotcha. So the public defender office withdrew, and this clout chaser took the case on for clout.
Yeah.
So I will
exactly
facts exactly like we were just saying earlier. You knew it was gonna come from this because the first people withdrew because they did not want to take the heat that was coming from the kitchen.
Yes.
And you wanted the heat, you wanted the name because whoever take this case and beat it, when there's other people that got some similar cases to this, you're gonna be the first person they come to if you beat this case.
Yes.
So you know that it's gonna put you in a different status. So you knew exactly what you was doing. When you was taking this case, for you to act like you don't know why people are saying this stuff about you, like you're bewildered that somebody would be saying this stuff about you.
Exactly.
It's crazy, and this right here seems like nothing but a bunch of lawyer talk. When this is something a lawyer would try to say when they're trying to get their client off, or they paint everything that's good about them. My client did this, my client did that. They got honor roll in 9th grade, so they just painting that type of picture, and that's what they get paid a lot of money to do. So none of this right here surprises me.
Yeah, shit, I agree.
Yeah.
was wrong. He's not a public defender. He took the case damn near pro bono for clout.
Yeah, pro bono.
It goes
for clout.
There are good men and women defending people accused of heinous crimes against children every day, and there is no assumption that the defense attorney endorsed those crimes. The entire case is disturbing. Racism is a terrible thing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. Now he goes, a new decision from the United States Supreme Court may usher in a new era of gerrymandering. It's shameful that we've regressed as much as a nation. There are leaders are allowing state. I got you. So now so now he's proving here that he's, I guess, is a leftist. Hey, bro, listen, man. Now, am I gonna bring hate to a lawyer? No. Do I find it weird that he volunteered to do this? I do. Now, it's one thing if you were like a public defender and this was assigned to you and you have no other choice, cool.
It's different.
But you are literally signing up to do this for free, pro bono, and you're doing this because I guess the public defender were trying to get out of representing Chud. A couple other court documents have came out since, which we'll review a little later in this video. But because of these documents, Myron has officially took to his stream to declare that Chud is innocent and Chud did not do what they are accusing him of doing.
Hey, let me just keep it real. I'm probably going to get a lot of heat for this, but I'll just say it anyway. After talking with some of you guys that saw the footage, what I've looked at myself, if the eyewitnesses are right, Chud is innocent, bro.
Oh, man.
That's going to piss a lot of people off. Let me be clear.
This guy is starting to remind me of Skip Bayless. We just say the wild opinion, that this unpopular opinion, just to get the type of views that he wants. It's like, cause come on, who cares what you seen? We all seen the same video, and nobody came to that conclusion. But you're gonna get a lot of clicks, you're gonna get a lot of attention by taking that. So I say my boy Myers getting real smart with the marketing.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. He knows about the clickbait because it's actually on the decline. He knows that. He's aware of that. You know what I mean? This is what it is at this point.
Got to do to stay afloat.
So yeah, he know every little controversy I can get on my claws on. I'm gonna get it on.
Yeah. When we hear that take, we know why you're giving that type of take, because it's an outlandish take.
Yeah, absolutely.
About this, bro. I don't agree with IRL streaming and antagonizing people. I don't agree with that. I even messaged him myself and said, hey, bro, look, you got to move different. You got to be more intelligent. Literally, like the day or two before he got arrested. And he's a nice guy.
I'm not surprised that you were in contact with him.
Facts.
That you could message him. You feel me?
Facts.
Responded, right? He said thank you and everything else like that. But I do think that he's innocent. I do. Just based off the facts and how quickly they arrested him without even having the pump fund video, I do think that more than likely this arrest was politically motivated.
That's what every black man want to say. And it's because of how quick they arrested him.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And now he's trying to say it was politically. A politically arrest, which is crazy.
Crazy.
You gotta do what you gotta do out here to stay afloat.
Even having the pump fund video, I do think that more than likely this arrest.
Oh, you know his crowd is his Myron crowd is Republican.
Yeah, all day.
So it just makes sense that you would take.
Yeah, hold on. He might sneak on order.
Yeah, it makes sense now. It just dawned on me.
That's what I'm saying. He got a lot of backlash. I'm saying he on the decline. I don't know if you listen about the stories that's been coming about him lately.
Nah, but we're gonna cover it. So
we'll get
it.
Yeah.
I'm about to find out soon.
Politically motivated.
We gotta take the small wins where we can get it. Myron has said that what Chud is doing is wrong and that he doesn't support it whatsoever. So we'll take it. Hey, man, we will take it.
We'll take it.
But let's address this notion that Chud is innocent and the police had no reason to arrest him. This is politically motivated. They don't even have the video. Now, for some reason, like Chud supporters keep on bringing up this pub fun video. Now, they keep saying, yo, Chud was live streaming, Chud was live streaming, Chud was live streaming. there's been no evidence and no proof that Chud was actually live streaming. Right? Nobody has footage and video. You think even before Chud pulled out a gun and shot it and the live went off, you think that nobody would have started recording when Chud started arguing with the black guy? You think nobody would have hit screen record when Chud started arguing with the black guy even before things escalated? I think it's pretty improbable that the stream wouldn't be out there if he did indeed stream. Now, even if the police...
It's just common sense. Like, all the clippers that's out here these days, it's like him, he had the type of streams where he was always getting into something. So time he started stream, the smart person will automatically hit screen record from the beginning time he started going live and start streaming. So the fact that there's none of that out there lets you know that they don't exist, and at this point it's just an excuse.
Out there fishing.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Everybody's just out here doing what they gotta do.
Facts.
Police don't got the footage from the stream. They got eyewitnesses and they have the camera footage, right? They have the courthouse. It happened out of the courthouse. The courthouse seen everything play out.
Yeah.
Now, the words that was probably put to it probably would have came from an eyewitness, right? His friend that was with him. Joshua Fox had a friend with him. I think Chud had somebody else who was with him. So the eyewitnesses will be able to give an account of what was said, and the footage.
In the footage, they got people that read mouths these days, so they got footage. They can figure out what was said, every word of it.
Right.
From the courthouse, will be able to match it up. So if the police reviewed the courthouse footage and the eyewitnesses they talked to, and they said based on what they saw, that was enough to arrest Chud, it's hard to say, this is meritless. Like, I don't think so, right? Yeah. I think antagonizing a conflict is one thing. Two, not using proportional force. If somebody punch you and you're probably bigger than this guy who punched you, instead of punching him back, you shoot him. That's not...
And see, that's the biggest thing right there Flacco talking about right there, is the fact that you meet the type of aggression with the same type of force of aggression.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean? Now, if he just simply used his hands and they got into it 1-2 and he just whipped his ass, okay, cool, you got a fair one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But the fact that you pull that firearm, my man would just had, his fist or whatever the case is, or they say the weapon or case, you could have got away from him. You didn't have to pull that firearm out and let off. A couple shots. Even after the first shot, you could have fell off.
Yeah, but like he said, it was footage, it was witnesses. The cops talked to the people who looked at the footage before they made the arrest. So it's not like just went out and just did it blindly, not knowing doing and looking through the evidence while he's locked up. No, they looked through the evidence and then probably took it to a jury who went out there and got the arrest.
Yeah.
Proportional force, that right there cannot be self-defense in the state of Tennessee as well. So either way, Chud is cooked.
It's very important that you guys understand. I don't think the police had this video at the time they made the arrest. Rather, they said, you know what? Let's just arrest him.
There you go.
Absolve ourselves of the responsibility. Protect him too, because if he walked away from this, it would have been national news and they might try to come and kill him because they doxed his address many times. But I've heard from multiple people that watched the live stream, who, by the way, are probably going to be the most credible witnesses because they actually saw what happened. To me, it looks like a self-defense case. And this has come from people that watch the stream. Yeah, bro. Guys, again, I don't know.
The most important thing he said in all of this was, I don't think that the police made this arrest before getting the video. So that means they probably already seen that video. And you just out there to make it fit your narrative, to make it fit your propaganda. You saying, I don't think they seen it. It's like there's a hope for this guy. I mean, it's really not a hope for this guy because I don't think the police are just out here just doing their job without having no evidence of making that arrest because they knew that was to be a big arrest when they made that arrest. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I was surprised that they made that arrest.
I mean, I think it had to come to a point where it came to a head because they were right in front of the courthouse. Yeah. So it wasn't like they could let that slide. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, it could have been more obvious. So again, you put yourself in these type of situations, eventually gonna get bit.
Facts.
Agree with what he does. But at the end of the day, that doesn't give someone license to punch you in the face and attack you, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody has the right to self-defense. It doesn't matter. Even if, he might have said some things that you're mad about or you don't like. From what I understand, he never called this guy a slur until he came up to him and he said, you're going to chip out. That's when he hit him. Mm-hmm. But apparently he didn't even drop the N-bomb during this interaction. But the dude had been talking about attacking Chud on Facebook.
All we seen was him dropping the N-bomb. So you think all of a sudden now on this day when all this happened, he said, "Oh, I'm just gonna keep the N-bomb at home."
Facts.
Let's make it make sense.
Facts. That was his whole thing.
Yeah, that was his whole thing. Especially if you say he was live streaming, he was always calling ninjas on his live stream. But on this live stream, just said, "Nah, I'm just not gonna do it." It's crazy.
Prior to this incident, so in other words, he had already made threats against Chud.
I ain't gonna lie, the Facebook messages. Now this is the best receipt and evidence that Chud's attorneys have. This right here is looking bad for Joshua Fox. I ain't gonna lie, bro. So Joshua writes, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I've been hoping to run into the Chud MF, but he don't be on this side of town. But outside of him, I'ma call them a bit and go about my day. So he's saying, man, if it's any other racist dude, I'ma just call him a bit and go about my day. Yeah. Then somebody responded back and says, Chud just trolling us for a reaction. Don't let him bother you either. I don't think he's really racist, like anyway, just clickbait. Yo, I hate when they say this, but what do you mean he's not racist? He's definitely racist. So then Joshua responded back and says, I'm trying to get some traction on my end, so when I start my Twitch, I got a little fan base. Again, this is gonna look bad for Joshua. He says, I'm trying to get traction, social media traction on my end when I start my Twitch. So he says that when he sees Chud, right, he's going to fight Chud so he could get some followers on his Twitch. He says, oh, he don't bother me. I just want to fight. Laughing.
This is the power of the internet. Right here in its finest. Everybody is seeing, oh, I can just be a podcaster. I can be an influencer. I can get this easy money. All I got to do is do something crazy. And then I'm going to get followers. I'm going to get fans. And I'm going to start getting this money. It ain't like that, bro. You know what I mean? You got to really put that grind in. So my man just taking this stance, that definitely look bad in his seat. It definitely looks bad. At the same time, he got to come with a better idea. We got to do better than this to try to start something off the ground, you know what I mean?
Definitely. And people trying to do this, exactly what he's trying to do right here. People are losing their lives behind trying to do what he's trying to do. So it's not even safe trying to do what you're trying to do because it's not ending well for some people that's trying it this way.
Yeah, because there's still reality out there. Shoot.
Emoji, laugh emoji. Now, this is bad because what this shows is, now legally what this shows is, can the state prove that Chud antagonized Joshua Fox first? Well, they'll have a harder time proving that because, well, if Joshua Fox already have intentions and already planned on fighting Chud, when he run into Chud, then there's almost nothing Chud could have done to antagonize the situation from Chud's defense because they will say, he already planned on fighting him. What do you mean, like, Chud antagonized? He already planned on fight. He said when he see Chud, he will fight Chud. So, Joshua Fox, man, bro, you should have deleted this, man. What are you, sir, what are you doing? Nigga, we trying to get this man in jail for life. What are you doing here, man? How can you keep this up? You had ample time to take this down, and you keep this up?
Ample time to take it down.
Oh, my God, man. Enough with the good news, man. Let's get to the bad news for Chud. Now, another gay dude has came forward to say that Chud used to engage in some flexible boy activities with him and other gay dudes in their small town.
So I don't know if it's already public knowledge, but like that Chud the Builder guy, the blatantly racist white guy that's in Tennessee and like just is blatantly racist, we're from the same town. And multiple times he sent me and my other gay boyfriends nudes on Grindr. So, oh my God, great question. I don't know if you've like ever thought about this, but the world actually like operates on a timeline. And part of the timeline is the past. And in the past, I didn't have a boyfriend like I do in the current, like present tense. So, okay, but low-key, I'm happy that my video outing Chud the Builder, aka Dalton Etherly or whatever, is getting like traction because we went to the same high school together. And I just, trigger warning, I was popular on Vine, like that was my thing. And one day I was staying after school for math tutoring because I needed help in math. And I was standing outside of the school, like on my phone, just like being on my phone. And he took a picture of me, then posted it to social media being like, this is what like the internet popular kids do in real life. Like this is what they're actually like. Bitch, I'm sitting there waiting for my mom to pick me up from after school tutoring. And you're taking a picture of me Right. So at the end of the day, I won. You're going to jail, if not prison, and your bond was $1.2 million.
I believe him. I believe him
That's like crazy. Like the energy you put back, I mean, you give out is definitely gonna be the energy that you get back, and that's why they always tell you like you gotta be careful when you weigh up how you treat people. Because when you get up there, those gonna be the main people that's trying to tear you down and wishing bad karma on you. And he got somebody that's only from high school that's still wishing bad karma on her, and is happy that he's exposed you. Not only he exposed you, but he's happy that it's getting traction for something you did all the way in high school, which is let you know to be careful.
Yeah, I agree.
1,001%. This would explain all the hostileness, all the aggression, all the racism. All right, because for you to have that much flexible boy activity, energy pent up in you, right, to have a bottomless booty like Chud, and we know he got a bottomless booty because the chick that pegged him said she was using like 16-inch.
Oh my goodness.
Rico Salve 2300, like 16-inch, and Chud still felt nothing. So if you got a bottomless booty like Chud, if you then engaged in flexible boy activity so much that all the muscle contraction in the booty is gone, one can understand why you would have so much pent up aggression, because you cannot engage in those activities no more because you too known. Wow. And all the gay dudes are leftists. They're Democrats. They're liberals. So you know if you get that booty scratch, they telling. So now you got to go around the world mad at black folks because you can't get your booty scratched no more.
Oh, man.
Right? Because you know them gay dudes is telling. Oh, man. This is not the right way to deal with your suppressed feelings, okay? But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you...
Yo, it was crazy situation when I wrote the video.
Yeah, that was a hell of a way to end it, I tell you that.
That was a hell of a way to end it.
Yeah, man, again, there's another one of them situations, man, where we just talk about Chud the whole time, man. He putting himself in them type of situations. Yeah. You know, bad outcomes can possibly happen. Yeah. And it just so happened that this is one of them situations where it happened, you know? And again, I don't wish bad upon nobody, but at the same time, I believe we all equal, and I don't believe in that racist. You know what I mean? I'm not a firm believer in that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So again, hopefully he can get his mental right. Hopefully this time sitting down make him think about some of the things that he's doing and how he's moving out there in these streets. You know what I mean? Make him reevaluate. It's not just us that can be behind bars. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's equal opportunity out there. So he got a little dose of that. Yeah. You know what I mean?
He definitely got a dose of that crazy situation. That's why you just gotta be careful how you moving out here. Careful the attention you bring into yourself and why you bringing that attention to yourself. Yeah. Especially like the situation when you got skeletons in a closet that come up. It's like you kicked a bee's nest and all these bees is just coming out, just stinging you from everywhere. But like you said, nobody want to see this guy locked up for the rest of his life. He's not going to put any money in my pocket. It's not going to put any money in your pocket. If he locked up for the rest of your life, we want this to be a learning experience. Just do better for yourself and do better for your community and do better for the people that's looking up to you, that thinking this is a way to go. That it's a quick way for them to get $1. They seen the support that you get. So take all this negativity that's going on in your life, and make sure nobody else put that in their life, trying to be like you, because we know there's copycats every day and everybody trying to get clout every which way. And people see that you're getting clout this way, so other people are going to try to do it just like you did. Before we get out of here, if you didn't like, subscribe, leave a comment, hit them hype points, make sure you do that. Until our next video, it's TRETV.
Tay the original.
And we out.